Gaurav Garg from Consultant Oncular Oncology Institute from View Care, Delhi. And topic of presentation is patients presenting with metastasis stage 4 real melanoma and international study.
Hello everyone. Here I present a unique international multicentric study on clinical characteristics of patient presenting with UV melanoma and metastasis, that is stage 4 UV melanoma. This registry had received only funding from these three foundations with there no indulgence in the design or conduct of this research. These are my authors and members of the American Joint Committee on Cancer Ophthalmic Oncology Task Force. The objective of the study was to analyze ocular and systemic findings of patients with stage 4 uveal melanoma at initial presentation. 10 ocular oncology centers entered a total of 3,866 consecutive patients presenting with primary uveal melanoma over a period of 10 years. This was a retrospective, multicentric international registry. All the centers obtained appropriate institutional review board and ethics approval. The completed data was divided into two groups. One was Group M, which was stage 4 disease at initial presentation, and Group N, which was stage 1 to 3 disease at initial presentation. The appropriate statistical tests were applied for the study. Now coming to the results, 3,610 patients had a completed records, of which Group M had 69 and Group N had 3,541 patients. We had also defined tumor origin, that is either iris, ciliary body or choroid based on the center of the tumor base. In Group M, 80% of the choroidal and 16% were ciliary body and 4% were iris melanoma. The corresponding numbers for Group N were 87%, 8% and 5% respectively. The ciliary body tumor origin and the choroidal tumors with ciliary body involvement were significant for metastasis. The Group M, that is the stage 4 uveal melanoma with metastasis, was classified based on the T category of TNM classification based on its location. Overall, the percentage of stage 4 patients significantly increased from T1 to T4 category. This table here shows a division of groups M and N based on its location. Herein, a metastatic group was more likely to found to have larger tumor size with higher frequency of extrascale extension and ciliary body involvement. Here you can see the hepatic metastases were noted in 63% of the patients and extrahepatic in 27%. Of interest, there are multiple sites metastasis in 22 patients. 9 of the patients had lymph node positivity with extrascale extension in about 6 patients. The PET-CT scan was performed for 54% in Group M, and out of 22 metastases in multiple sites, 13 were diagnosed by PET-CT scan, which was significant. This finding suggests that underdiagnosis of multi-organ metastasis when utilizing the regional organ-specific staging methods. Now coming to the discussion, greater than 10,000 patients were studied by Tomato Group Kivila Group, and AGCC Task Force, which found that ciliary body involvement was risk for metastasis.
In 2005, CMS found that the tumor's largest basal dimension was most closely correlated to risk for metastasis. Same was proved by Shields and the ADCC task force.
Similarly, significant medical evidence has emerged that extrascale extension was a risk factor for metastasis. On comparison in this review table, our Group M study was unique in that whole body PET-CT was commonly used modality for screening, which enabled early detection of multi-organ metastasis in 59% of 22 patients with multi-organ metastasis.
Failure to detect extrahepatic or multi-organ metastasis affects treatment decisions and patient survival duration.
Although hepatic metastasis can be discovered in up to 90%, the challenge lies in detecting extrahepatic spread. To summarize, we described that patients who initially presented with stage 4 uveal melanoma, they are more likely to have tumors with ciliary body origin or involvement, larger tumor origin, and extrascale extension. We should also remember even T1 tumors can present with synchronous metastasis. Therefore, patients presenting with uveal melanoma should be examined with total body FDG PET CT scan imaging. Thank you.